When Tony Romo gets hurt, you played hurt in your career. What's the worst you felt going into games? What level of hurt can you function as a quarterback?
Oh gosh, pretty much as long as my arm is okay, the bruises in the shoulder and the ribs. All right, ankles I can kind of get by with. The knee is critical. The knee, especially the left knee, because you end up it ends up holding up all your pressure when you deliver a football. So the left knee much more important than the right knee. But as long as I can throw it, I've played with separated. I've got a completely separated shoulder. There's nothing left. I started 4 weeks later, Monday Night Football. I have broke transverse processes in my neck and didn't know I had a we knew we had a spinal concussion, but back then they didn't have MRIs. And I started 4 weeks later with it, and 2 years later found out I cracked 2 vertebrae in my neck. I kept complaining about, my left arm is numb. And the Joe Jones thing was where all that happened, and 4 weeks later play. So you can play. I could play, and you want to play. I played hurt. All these guys can play hurt. Most of them, I would say, can play hurt. Hey, listen, Colin. It's our mantra, man. It's we are football players, and we play hurt, and America wants us to play hurt.
That's right.
Because we want people to say we were tough guys.
That's right.
Yeah. I want people to say, Terry Bradshaw, he was a tough guy. I want that. Really, I want that. And your team knows you'll play hurt. I remember when I tore the muscle in my elbow, and Dan Rooney, God bless him, he just said, but you always play hurt.
Well,
and I'm like, man, but I got this thing shot up in a preseason game against the Boston Patriots in Knoxville. And going out, and I kept telling them, man, this thing's like a bee sting. And they said, here, we'll give you a little medicine in there. All right, good. They shot it up and got in my ulnar nerve and made my right hand just numb. You got to cut my hand off. And I went out to pick up the football, but on the way out there, I said, man, this is great. I don't feel anything. And I reached down to pick the ball up, and my shoulder was in forward. My hand was walling around like a wet noodle. And I went, holy cow. And the worst part is, Colin, I had to go over to Chuck. Hey, Chuck, look, I can't play tonight.